Thank you for joining me today on Life and DNA with Amanda Renee. I'm Amanda, and welcome back if you've been here before. If you're watching on YouTube, please remember to like the video if you like it, and subscribe to my channel. I've noticed that over the past few weeks, I got over the hump of double digits, so I'm excited about that. So consider subscribing to my channel to see what I have to put out. So today I was going to talk about a couple different things. One, I'll give a quick update, my Hashimoto's journey, give an update on that. So along with Hashimoto's, whether it's connected or I'm guessing I would be going through some of it anyway, considering my age, but my hormones are kind of out of whack. I don't really know what they're doing. I am finally able to do the cycle mapping testing, and just kind of a heads up warning, I will probably be going TMI in this episode. So if you're a man and you don't want to hear about female issues, you might want to quit listening. Unless you want to understand your wife better or girlfriend better, then yeah. Or if you're, really don't like hearing TMI from strangers, then you might want to bow out now. But yeah. So I have, up until a few months ago, I had been on a norethindrone, which makes you stop having periods. I had been on that 4 or 5 years, and I knew I was hovering around the 5-year mark, and that kind of scared me, because anytime you're taking synthetic hormone pills like that, it makes your risk for breast cancer go up if you've been on it for 5 or more years. And so I really wanted to get off of that. I went on it because my periods were so heavy that I was becoming dangerously anemic. My doctor said if my numbers would have been even just a fraction lower than what they were, she was going to send me over for a blood transfusion. I mean, that's how bad it was. I was about 20 pounds heavier than I am now, just in water and inflammation weight, because my body was holding on to literally everything I would eat, pickles and olives by the bowl full, multiple times a day, at least, definitely every night. My theory, I'm not a doctor, but my theory is that my body knew how much blood I was losing, and I didn't. And I never drink enough water. I am working on that, but I haven't ever drinking enough water. And I think that my body was like craving salt so bad so that it could, I don't know, hold on to everything and kind of maximize the water that I was giving myself. And so yeah, I was I'm even puffier than I am now. And this is thanks to the autoimmune condition and hormones being out of balance. But it was even worse than it is right now, and that was because I was anemic. As soon as I got that under control, I dropped that 20 pounds. And I know it took a while because I don't really remember how I did it. I just know that once I got the anemia under control, my periods stopped, that things kind of started leveling down a little bit. That was probably that was between 2018 and 2020 that all of that happened. They first tried putting me on progesterone. While that helped with some of my symptoms and may have helped me lose some of that weight, I tend to lose weight better if I have my progesterone up. It did not stop my periods, and so I had to go on the norethindrone. So that's the backstory on that. Then it was after that I realized I had Hashimoto's and the thyroid issues, and been on that whole journey. So this year I decided that medication was scaring me. I didn't want to stay on it too long. I'd been researching and learning about hormones between listening to the Trim Healthy Mama ladies and Dr. Heather Stone. I listened to her masterclass on hormones, and so I learned a lot. I knew I needed to get mine tested. So my gynecologist said to get off of it, be off of it 4 or 5 weeks, and I'll test your hormones. Well, she tested just the basics and not at all everything I needed tested. And when she told me 4 or 5 weeks, I went in on a bad week because it was like the last day of my period, I think. And so your hormones are bottomed out anyway, so it wasn't a good fit. So she suggested a test that I had wanted to take, and I had been saving up my money to take, because anytime you test outside of the box with the medical system, insurance isn't going to pay for what the testing you really need that's really going to help you. A lot of times insurance won't pay for that. So she was kind of hesitant to bring it up because she didn't realize, I'm fully on board with this, and I've been saving up for this. And so when she suggested the cycle map test, I was totally on board with that. Let's see, I'll get the box and I'll show you. Sorry, but I had it right there, so I was going to show you. It just comes in a little box, and it's going to be a little over $300 once I send this off and they do the testing. So, but like I said, I've been saving up for this. I have it set aside specifically for this because and the sad thing is, and this just is a tangent, but I'm so frustrated with the medical system. Like it is extremely exasperating because they don't do the testing you really need done. So they waste your time, your doctor's time, and the money that you're spending on it. They waste all of that on just a few little lab numbers that really don't give you a full picture on anything. Sorry, I will get really upset if I keep talking about that, but it is exasperating. I mean, it's bad. So, she only tested a few things. They came back really low, but again, given where I was in my cycle, we don't know if that's because I just am low or if it was just that day. I can tell you by how I feel and my symptoms that I know my hormones are out of whack, like bad. So I did that. She gave me the cycle mapping test, and then my body decided to skip a period. I think I may have skipped 2. I went 2 months with nothing. And then last week, right before I go on a big trip, boom, it shows up. And I'm thinking, okay, it'll be like when I first got off the pill, the period I had was pretty light. Lighter than I was even used to getting off before I started taking the pill. So I was like, oh, okay, well, hopefully it'll be like that. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. I did not pack anywhere near enough things that I needed. No, it was bad. Like, and again, here's a TMI for you, but I'm gonna say it anyway. But we got out of the truck when we got to my cousin's house, and when I got out of the truck and stood up, I knew it wasn't good. It was just like every time I would sit down and stand back up. So they did this for about 2.5 days while we were there, and like when you're at someone else's house, like that's, and you're trying to go out and do fun things, like this is the worst. So yeah, every time I would stand up after sitting down, and then if I was standing a long period of time, it would just happen, but it would just be like gushing out. At least that's what it would feel like. And then I would have to, change things. But it was also our anniversary when we went down there, and we were going to go out, and I was going to wear a cute dress and everything. Thankfully I still got to wear the dress, but it wasn't like, ooh, being sexy. It wasn't anything like that. Oh, it was awful. My poor husband. I felt so bad. Not that I can control it, but it was awful. But thankfully, that is past, and I got through it. But even though it's embarrassing to talk about things like that, I wanted to say it because I put this out there for a few reasons. One, so if anyone else is going through it, you don't have to feel alone, because I have felt like that about some of this. Sorry. Just because, I don't really have close people that are going through the same thing. All of my sisters have hormone issues and issues with their periods and things like that. I do have a support system as far as that goes, but the Hashimoto's thing and all of the struggles with that, that's just hard when you don't, I don't know, you don't have anybody else going through it. So sorry again, the hormones, I don't know why I'm even crying. Sorry. See what I told you? They're crazy. Sorry. But yeah, I wanted to talk about it in depth, totally honest, just because it isn't easy to go through it when you don't have anybody that feels it too. The people I talk to about it, they're good, and they listen, and they're sympathetic, but it's just a little different when you've gone through it yourself. Oh, sorry guys. It is because it is such a roller coaster. But so yeah, if anybody else is struggling, I hear you. I get you. I understand. And for anybody that was like newly diagnosed with Hashimoto's, trust me, I am sorry. I feel for you. It's a struggle. And I don't even have it. I don't have it as bad as I did when I first started, and I don't have it as bad as some people, and I'm thankful for that. But yeah, I just wanted to be honest because not everyone understands, because you don't look sick. You've you're not as thin as you used to be, and you're puffy and you don't recognize yourself, but you don't look sick. So yeah. Sorry guys. So it's just hard to explain to people. No one understands why you are so tired all the time, or emotional all the time. Sorry. Anyway, so that's why I'm willing to give you too much information, and just in case it helps anyone else realize that, like, you're not going crazy, and hopefully my journey will help let someone know that, if I can get it figured out, hopefully you'll get it figured out, and hopefully you can figure it out along with me. So yeah, so back to the cycle mapping. But it's from ZRT Labs, and I have to, it's urine samples, and I have to do it every other day, and so I won't even be able to send this off for a month. You do it the whole month, from day 7 of your cycle all the way. I think they give you 15 cards. You're supposed to go till you start again. Given the fact that I had one period and then skipped 2, I don't know if I'll do that. They said that if you don't, just go ahead and use up all the cards and then send it in. So that'll tell them where my hormones are throughout the whole month, because of course your hormones are supposed to fluctuate up and down depending on where you are in your cycle, and I don't think that mine are hitting the levels that they should. I realize, given my age, it very well could be perimenopause. It could even be beginnings of menopause. I don't know. So this test should be able to tell my doctor that, and then I can start getting the hormone therapy that I need to get, because I know I need some. Obviously, if I start crying at just talking about that, that's pretty bad. So yeah, I've just started doing the samples. You do them every other day, and so I've still got a ways to go, and then it'll take extra time to get the results back. She said it's not like a 2-week process like with normal testing, because there's so much to test. So I'm guessing a month to 6 weeks. So I'm looking at mid-summer, probably middle of summer, before I even get results back and know what I'm doing. Now, she has given me a prescription for progesterone, like the same one I used to take, and I think that'll help with some of the symptoms that I have. Hopefully that can help me, release some of the weight also. Another thing that I'm doing, and don't think that I take it lightly at all. I did a lot of studying. I have been praying about this and researching it. But I, this week, started the Semaglutide, or however you want to pronounce it. I started that. I am going to keep doing the lowest dose. 1, because it's expensive, and 2, because I don't want to drop weight too fast. I want my skin and my body to be able to keep up with the weight loss. But it wasn't just that. I've looked into a lot of the things on it, and when I brought it up to my doctor, she said I really do think that this will be good for you. And I brought it up first. She did not bring it up, so it wasn't like she was trying to get money or anything like that. I brought it up, and she said she's seen a lot of her patients have not just weight loss, but they feel better. Their inflammation is gone, so they don't hurt, and then they can do more and have energy. And a huge part of Hashimoto's is no energy and inflammation, so like everything hurts. I mowed the yard. This is before I got my shot, so I haven't had it long enough for it to even do a whole lot. I'll talk about that in a second. But I mowed the yard earlier this week, just the very back and the front of my yard. It's not huge. I mean, we live in town. The back hadn't been mowed yet, so it was a lot of back and forth because the grass was tall and I didn't want the mower to die. But it's crazy how tired I was after that. I mean, I got overheated. I have to watch my heart rate when I do things, or I get overheated and I can knock myself down. Thankfully, I stopped at a good time, and I think I gave myself a little bit of a break. No, I didn't actually. I went to town later that night. I had to take my kids to church. I tried to rest up, and thankfully it didn't knock me down. Sometimes if I do something like that, it'll knock me down for a week or two where I can't do anything physical. I don't have the energy to do anything. So I was very thankful. It didn't do that. It did make me very tired that night, and sore, which was ridiculous for as little as I had to mow. So yeah, I'm tired of feeling like that. I'm scared to work out. One, I don't have the energy to work out, but mentally, for the first time in my life, I want to work out. I really want to. I understand from everything I've listened to how important it is to build muscle and keep muscle, especially at my age and with the hormones going down. Like, it's very important, and I want to do it, but I do not have the energy. I barely have the energy to do what I have to do during the day. Anything extra is a lot for me, and I can do it sometimes, but I have to give myself a day, like where I don't do as much, or I rest that evening or something, because I've just learned to build that into my schedule, into my day, give myself a little time, do stuff a little slower, don't be so demanding of myself, because it's either go slow and light, or I won't be able to do anything for a week or two. So yeah, so the Semaglutide, I am looking forward to that because I need the inflammation gone. I need the extra weight off. I can tell because I know my body, I know myself, I know how I normally look, and I'm hoping y'all get to see the difference as I record in the future and keep going on this. Yeah, my face is not normally this puffy, and I've had to deal with that for since about 2017, 2018. Yeah, so it's been a while. I'm ready to get back to how I'm used to seeing myself. But yeah, a lot of it is inflammation. It's so crazy to me that inflammation can do that to you. It's sad, but I'm excited to get that off. Unfortunately, my doctor was like, if anybody's going to get side effects from it, it's probably going to be you, because I'm very sensitive to medication, unfortunately. And she wasn't wrong. I had to take a Zofran yesterday after the shot. By the time I ate lunch, yeah, I was feeling pretty nauseous, so I had to take some Zofran. Today it's been a little bad. Last night I was thinking that the appetite suppressing part of it might be immediate. It wasn't. I was very, very hungry yesterday. Um, so I was like, oh, well, crap. Then I guess it's not going to be in my system yet or something like that. But I woke up feeling completely different. Um, I tried to eat what I normally would eat for breakfast, and I could only eat half of it because I couldn't. I was like, ugh, I couldn't. I didn't even want anymore. And I kind of had to make myself eat the little bit that I did. But one of the things I learned watching the videos about it is that it's important to stay very hydrated so you don't get constipated. But it's also very important to eat healthy and balanced meals. Do still eat something, but you're not gonna want to. You're not gonna be able to overeat on this without making yourself really sick. And so I had the one breakfast burrito because I wasn't gonna have time to cook more eggs and stuff. So it had eggs and sausage, so protein. It gave me a little bit of carbs, but I'm not gonna be super strict on that part of it yet. I'm just trying to be good about getting the protein in, eating more vegetables and fiber, and eating less, obviously, because I can't eat a lot. So that's what I have for breakfast. And I put some collagen in my coffee so that I can help my skin out as I do start losing weight. I want it to stay supple and elastic. And then I had I ate a lot of nachos just because it's easy and quick for me. But today I had just a little layer of chips, lots of beans, so I got protein. So very few nachos and a salad. And so I got my greens in and had some protein. It may not have been enough, but for me, I need to take small steps or I'll completely give up and go crazy. So, baby steps. And tonight I am making chicken and some roasted vegetables. And so that's going to be supper. I might make some brown rice so that we can kind of fill up on some of that. My husband already texted me saying he's starving. So he's going to have to get a big chunk of that chicken so he can be filled up. But yeah. So I've bought more fruit, more vegetables, things like that. And I'll start using the essential amino acids that I got from Trim Healthy Mama. I'm going to save up a little bit of money and get some of their new whey protein because you can use that in a lot of things. They optimized it so that when you use it, it's like using the essentials, but you can use it in food. And so I can put that in my coffee and actually get, protein from that if I eat like oatmeal for breakfast instead of eggs all the time. So yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's cheating. You're just jumping on the bandwagon and that's a quick fix. And from everything I've researched, it isn't. And it is what it is. That's what I'm doing. I have tried thing after thing after thing for years and never able to lose more than the 5 pounds of water weight you lose when you switch up anything you eat. That's all my body will let go of. And after listening to Dr. Heather Stone, and she said, if you have a thyroid condition, she said she has never had a thyroid patient that didn't also have a blood sugar issue. And so the little bit of testing that my regular doctor would do isn't going to tell them I'm diabetic, and they're not going to do anything until you are diabetic. And I'm tired of living like this. So I'm gonna do this. And it helps regulate your blood sugar, which is obviously something I need right now. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. But I'm also going to put the work in and eat better and make healthier choices. A big part of what the GLP-1s do for you is it quiets the food noise. I'm so looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that because I've always been someone that like just snacks to snack at night. I can hardly eat anything during the day, but at night, right before bed, it's almost like that's just what I do. And so I'm really excited about that. And then I can make wise choices because I'm not craving junk. So yeah, I'm really excited about that part. So yeah, that's where I am in the Hashimoto's journey. And yeah, I am going to make another video if I have time today. So if you see me in the same outfit for a few videos, that's all it is I had a little extra time today. So I'm going to try to bank a couple episodes because I hadn't had any in the past 2 weeks. Just because I didn't have time. So my next video, I promised when I did the homeschool unboxing that I would come back on and show my son's paleontology and go over that because that was a really cool course that Masterbooks offers. And I pulled a couple other books that I want to go over, so I will do an episode on that. And also something that I really want just to vent about is on the narcissism front. So I'll probably be having a video about that soon too. But thank you for joining me today. Sorry about the tears. Again, hormones are crazy. I can't help it sometimes. Yeah, but I hope you join me back here next week. And if you like this video, please like it and consider subscribing to my channel. I'd appreciate it. And I will talk to you later. Bye.